Hi friends, this is Jules, aka the Caffeinated Cozy Gamer. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to give you my review of Fae Farm after playing 100+ hours across Nintendo Switch and PC. As a quick disclaimer, I mostly played on the Switch version that I purchased myself on release, and also spent around 15 hours playing on PC after the publisher gifted me a Steam key through Keymailer. However, rest assured that this does not affect my perception of the game in any way, as my good opinion cannot be bought and I strive to make my reviews as honest as possible. Also, all the footage you will see in this review was captured from my Nintendo Switch in docked mode. Without any further ado, let's get into the review. First things first, what is Fae Farm? It is a cozy farming sim set in the fantasy world of Azoria. It involves all the usual trappings that one might expect from a game in this genre. You can farm, expand and decorate your home, befriend the villagers, take part in seasonal festivals, and explore labyrinthine mines filled with cutesy monsters. What makes it different from other games in the genre is its long, lovely main story, which will have you solving various issues on the island, from sea whirlpools blocking the harbour to toxic mists seeping through the forest, among others that I will not spoil. But story alone is not enough to make a great game. So, what else does Fae Farm offer? The gameplay loop is delightfully Moorish, and I often found myself playing late into the night after thinking just one more day over and over again. Because days in Fae Farm are quite short, only lasting about 20 minutes, I never found myself doing quite the same thing 2 days in a row, which helped make the game feel less grindy. Outside of watering crops and making sure that my animals had enough food and attention to keep them happy, how I spent the day was up to me. I could spend the entirety of it decorating the layout of my farm and crafting new furniture for my cozy homes, because yes, you get to decorate multiple homes as you progress through the story, forage for crafting materials, catch adorable critters for my conservatories, or stock up on stamina regenerating food from my kitchen and go spelunking for treasure into the mines, squeezing every last second out of each and every day. Traversing the world is also a joy, with my character able to jump and twirl her way around the lovingly crafted environments. The game includes some quality of life features that I really appreciated, namely the fact that reaching the fixed bedtime without returning to my house did not bear any negative consequences the next day, and the auto-switching farm tools which allow me to chop trees, water crops and smash rocks without having to fiddle with multiple tools in my inventory. Really, this last one was a game changer for me. I am sad to say that the game's biggest disappointment for me comes from the NPCs that populate Azoria. While their designs are cute as a button, they also have just about as much personality as one. Dialogue is often repeated over and over again, and even the handful of marriage candidates available barely speak more than a few words to us even once we reach a high relationship level, which unfortunately removes one of my personal favourite gameplay features of farming sims, getting to know the characters. The shop vendors are even worse, as they are essentially interactive menus accessed through character models that just stand there in the plaza all day, every day. However, if, unlike me, you do not care about the relationship building aspect in cozy games, this may be much less of an issue, and perhaps even a perk, as you do not have to sit through lengthy dialogue and heart events. Gameplay scores a 7 out of 10. The game controls well on both Switch and PC, though it can be fiddly to play with mouse and keyboard, which makes it very clear that Fae Farm was developed with a controller in mind from the get-go. As someone who grew up playing on consoles and uses an Xbox controller in 99% of PC games, this did not bother me, but I understand that it can be a deal breaker for some. Other than that, my one real gripe with the controls stems from the mines, where it is necessary to switch from your pickaxe to your combat staff on the fly, and the automation often turned my staff into a pickaxe in the middle of combat if I was standing close to a rock while trying to smack a possessed ship's anchor away from me. This issue did not occur too often, but I still found it frustrating, especially in the more difficult late-game mines, where enemies can be a little more of a nuisance. Without any option to dodge away, this can cause the occasional fainting spell, which results in being booted out of the mines altogether and having to start again. Controls score an 8 out of 10. Both the graphics and audio design for the game are absolutely brilliant. The art style is colourful and cartoony, and the animations show that a great amount of care and love went into them. For me, the uncontested highlight is the way that your character will look up at the sky, aka you, with a sad frown and shiver whenever you're out while it's raining and don't have a hot tea or other warming potion handy in your inventory to keep them comfy. The music is also nothing short of delightful, with jaunty fantasy tunes alternating with quieter ambient soundscapes depending on the location you are in and the time of day. I found myself playing this game on full volume with headphones on pretty much for my entire playthrough and never once found myself getting tired of the music. Audio and visuals score a 9 out of 10. The game performs well on both systems, although the PC version does have an edge over the Switch, mostly due to the limitations of the aging Nintendo hardware. On Switch, the image is a little fuzzier, especially in handheld, and there is the occasional frame drop here and there, but overall, the stutters were few and far between and have never affected my gameplay or ruined my immersion. For anyone who, like me, is sensitive to frame rates and prone to getting motion sick if a game acts up, there is nothing to fear here. I did experience a few bugs shortly after release, but these were all patched out in the past couple of months, and I am very happy to say that my experience has been completely bug-free for the past several weeks. Performance scores an 8 out of 10. Fae Farm is on the pricier side of cozy games, with an RRP of $49.99 or your regional equivalent on Nintendo Switch. On Steam, the Standard Edition has an RRP of $29.99, while the Deluxe Edition, which includes the soundtrack and 2 upcoming rounds of DLC to be released between December 2023 and July 2024, retails for $49.99. The DLC is also included in the Nintendo Switch version, but not the soundtrack unfortunately, which truly is a pity since the music is so lovely. The game does have plenty of content in my opinion, but it might still be worth waiting for a sale if you are patient enough and do not want to pay the AAA price tag. Value for money scores a 7 out of 10. Overall, I had a ton of fun with Fae Farm. The gameplay is addictive, the graphics are some of the best I've seen in the genre, and the music and lovely little details are the cherry on top of the farming sim sundae. The game has a ton of polish, and aside from a few technical niggles and the blandness of the NPCs, I can really find no faults in it. It is fun, relaxed, and everything that a cozy game should be, and I keep finding myself picking it up when snuggling under a blanket to watch reruns of my favourite shows. I have played over 120 hours so far across Switch and PC, and I can see myself playing many, many more hours in the future, so we can absolutely say that Fae Farm is one of my favourite games of 2023. Fae Farm scores an average of 7.8 out of 10. Here we are, friends. If you got this far into the video, thank you so much for sticking with me. Have you played Fae Farm? And if so, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's completely free and it really helps me out as a new YouTuber. If you'd like to see more of my content, you can also find me on Twitch, where I stream cozy games every Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday, and on various social media, all listed in the video description below. Anywho guys, have a fantastic day and see you in my next video. Bye!